Khloé Kardashian is teasing her highly anticipated podcast, Khloé in Wonderland. The Kardashian star has given fans a peek into behind the scenes of her first episode of the podcast, taking to her Instagram stories. Khloé shared BTS photo of the podcast, revealing that Scott Disick, her former brother-in-law, will be her first guest on the show. "Only 4 days until my podcast premieres," she wrote alongside a photo of herself and Scott sitting on a couch in a studio setting. She further added, "The first episode of Khloé in Wonderland with the Lord is coming January 8th. The podcast, which will be released in video format, will feature a star-studded lineup of guests, including Khloé's sister, Kourtney Kardashian Barker, author Jay Shetty, and motivational speaker Mel Robbins." Earlier, Khloé expressed her excitement about the upcoming podcast in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter. "I'm so excited to partner with X for this incredible journey," she told the outlet. Khloé continued, "It's amazing to see our idea come to life, and I'm grateful to be able to connect with such inspiring guests like Jay, Mel and Scott, and so many more to come," she continued. All the episodes of Khloé in Wonderland will be released weekly on X for 24 hours. Khloé Kardashian has given fans a behind-the-scenes glimpse of her first podcast episode, which will star none other than her on-screen partner in crime, Scott Disick. Taking to her Instagram story, Khloé revealed that her former brother-in-law, Scott, will be the first guest on her Khloé in Wonderland podcast. "Only 4 days until my podcast premieres," she wrote on her story alongside a photo of herself and Scott sitting on a couch in a studio setting. "The first episode of Khloé in Wonderland with the Lord is coming January 8th, she continued. "That's pretty exciting stuff, if you ask us." And ahead of the podcast's release, "We've dug up everything there is to know about Khloé's upcoming podcast, so all you have to do is tune in." When is Khloé in Wonderland released? The first episode of Khloé in Wonderland, which is a video podcast, will be released on January 8th, 2025, and will run weekly. How can I listen to Khloé in Wonderland? Each episode of Khloé in Wonderland will be released exclusively on X for 24 hours. After the 24-hour exclusivity window, the podcast will be made available on other streaming platforms, distributed by Dear Media. Who will be on Khloé in Wonderland? Plenty of famous faces are expected to appear on Khloé in Wonderland, with Scott Disick having already been confirmed, as well as Khloé's sister, Kourtney Kardashian Barker. Other celebrities who will join Khloé on the couch are author and On Purpose podcast host, Jay Shetty, as well as Mel Robbins, author and host of the Mel Robbins podcast. What has Khloé Kardashian said about her podcast? Given how big of a deal this move is, Khloé is unsurprisingly excited about the launch of her podcast. Speaking to The Hollywood Reporter about it, the Kardashian star said, "I'm so excited to partner with X for this incredible journey. It's amazing to see our idea come to life, and I'm grateful to be able to connect with such inspiring guests like Jay, Mel and Scott, and so many more to come," she continued. "This podcast will allow me to explore so many powerful topics, like love, healing and happiness, and X is the perfect platform to share my curiosity and wonder."